Northeastern's TPEC has uncovered a lost sketchbook
featuring a long-forgotten design titled Volante.
Rather than simply displaying this invention,
We set out to bring it to life so it can be experienced.
We invite you to join us.
The ride begins in the loading stage, where the system tilts downward using two linear actuators to bring the cabins within reach of riders.
the restraint operator load riders into both cabins, ensuring an even distribution for balance. Riders are seated in faux padded seats and secured with an overhead restraint, which is fastened using 4-threaded bolts and are verified by the operator for safety. Once all restraints are confirmed, the actuators rise the ride into its operational position. The control operator then initiates the ride cycle. The ride consists of 6 smoothly connected segments that build to peak acceleration. These segments combine 3 motion types: a swing, which gently raises and oscillates the ride, a spin, which rotates riders at a constant velocity, and a build-up, which accelerates the ride before quickly reversing direction. These motions are sequenced to create a dynamic experience, ending with a final swing that returns the ride to its original position. The system is then lowered, restraints are released, and riders are.
The motion of Volante originates from a NEMA 17 motor at the base of the left leg. A pulley is attached to the motor shaft, and a belt transfers the motor's torque to a second pulley connected to the left hex axle of the frame. This torque drives the rotation of the hex axle, which in turn rotates the entire frame assembly. The hex axles pass through bearings housed within the support legs, allowing the system to spin freely while maintaining structural support. The rotating frame supports 2 ride cabins, each accommodating up to 24 riders. Riders are positioned at a radius of 15.5 centimeters from the center of rotation, creating the intended flying experience.
The ride cabins are supported by 2 timber legs with a cross brace. 2 linear actuators raise and lower the ride from vertical to a 40-degree loading position. Each actuator uses a rack and pinion at the top of its casing powered via a motor-driven pulley system. Limit switches detect minimum extension and guiding slots prevent overextension and rack twisting.
The motion of Volante is controlled by a central microcontroller, which controls 3 stepper motors, 1 driving the main rotation and 2 actuating the lift system. Each motor is powered through dedicated motor drivers, allowing for precise position and speed control. The system uses multiple sensors to monitor ride state and ensure safe operation. A tilt sensor determines whether the ride is in loading or operating position, while limit switches verify actuator bounds. A limit switch tracks the rotational position of the ride frame to ensure proper orientation at the start and end of each cycle. All inputs are processed by the controller, which executes the ride as a state machine, only allowing motion when all safety conditions are satisfied.
To ensure operator safety during maintenance, the ride uses a lockout-tagout procedure. The main power switch is turned off and secured with a lockable cover. Operators then attach their personal locks and tags, preventing the power from being restored until all maintenance is complete and every lock is removed. Rider safety is a top priority. Once seated, riders are secured with an overhead harness plate fastened by 4 1032 bolts in each cabin into heat set inserts. The restraint operator checks each bolt with a minimum close indicator keychain. If the bolt extends past the indicator, it meets the required depth. If not, it's tightened further. After verifying all 8 bolts, the operator scans an RFID tag and presses the confirmation button. This step is required before dispatch.
The ride conveys the story visually. Aged wood, rusted metal, and exposed mechanisms help highlight the Renaissance theme, while the ride platform features a page out of Leonardo da Vinci's sketchbook featuring its Volante design.
The central sphere is modeled after an armillary sphere, a geocentric skeletal model of the heavens from the Renaissance era, with interlocking rings representing celestial longitude, latitude, and other astronomical circles. It rotates freely with the ride, adding another themed element to Volante. Technical details for the operators and technicians are provided in 2 documents. The electrical plaque on the control panel lists required power, voltage, and amperage, while a general information plate next to the ride should the ride's serial number, model, speed, direction, following ASTM F24 standards. Guest signage includes a rider safety sign detailing health restrictions, size and weight requirements, accommodations for conditions like prosthetics or service dogs, and sensory level guidelines to prepare riders for the experience.
From sketchbook to sky, it is a renaissance of thrills.
Join us April 11th
At Hershey Park.
For an unforgettable experience.
The genius of the Renaissance.